realized I forgot.
Go to your sound settings.
Yep.
What did I just say? I was. Damn, that sounded weird.
Yeah, this motherfucker put on the echo.
That shit was ominous as fuck, yo. Yo, AOP. I mean, you ain't. Can you hear me right now? You can hear me, right? No, you can't hear.
You can't hear.
I'm gonna make sure you ain't reading my lips. Can you hear me?
Drop it in the chat. Oh, he did.
Oh, he was like, "Fuck y'all."
Hold on.
You guys gonna be covering your mouth.
Let me see if I can't help him. Let me see if I can't help him out with this a little bit. Hold on.
I might have sound settings.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Has he used that Bluetooth headset before?
If not, that might be what the problem is. So let me go to the private chat and I'll tell him to go to the
Okay.
check your
Okay, see you later.
What's the name of this shit? The name of this shit is
Pantha Politix.
There's audio, and you should have motherfucker. Yo.
Hello, everybody.
What's that?
Welcome to.
Yeah, completely forgot that I already hit record and shit. I'm just over here typing this shit. Yeah.
Well,
oh man, that shit is crazy. Yeah.
All right, there we started.
Yeah. Oh man, I was hoping it. I hate that he can't hear because I was about to say, first of all, hi everybody. But the other thing when we was talking about, just so y'all know, and I'm getting ready to just blow because I'm getting ready to put the flyer out in like 2 days anyway, so it don't matter. But we got a new segment coming to the podcast, and it's not going to be a every week thing. It's going to be more of probably a monthly thing, but it's called Pod to Pod. And basically what we're going to do is bring on other podcasts, podcast hosts that we rock with, talk to them a little bit about their show, talk to them about what they do, how they got into podcasting. And then some of them might just stick around and kick it with us for the rest of the show. So up first, we got Tiffany and Willie from Melanin Mysteries podcast. I caught them on a humbug just scrolling through Spotify one day. I'm a big true crime fan. I'm pretty sure y'all heard me say that before. But yeah, they have a very unique chemistry. I very much look forward to speaking with them. But watch this. Mojo, did you listen to the pod? So you know what I'm saying, when we bring them on, you can, you know what I'm saying?
Do I listen to them?
Did you I put the link in the chat. Did you check it out when I put the link in the chat?
Yeah, no, I didn't. Yeah, no. Sorry. I was like, do I lie because we're recording, or I just be like, nah? Because what if there's follow-up questions and I don't know shit?
See, that's when you say, yo, Seb, don't ask me no follow-up questions. But I checked it out and you caught fire because that's dope.
Yeah. You got to learn how to cover for you. We got to give you some media training, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm just like, whatever, fuck it. If I do something or say something, I just hope that I can.
Hey, it is what it is.
We're just being honest, right? We're just being truthful.
Yeah. Just being honest. Yeah. Just being honest.
Yeah. Just being truthful.
Only real talk allowed.
Considering considering the tagline, I mean, I wouldn't expect nothing different. It's all good, yeah, no doubt. So you know what it is. But hey, dog, I'm gonna tell you some good shit though. I was thinking the other day, and I was like, man, it's crazy because I was looking at the pod on the different platforms and like, yeah, okay, shit's going well here. Yo, I just want to say to y'all YouTube niggas, y'all suck, yo. Like Rumble, everybody fucking with us at Rumble. Salute to y'all. And those of y'all who have come over on YouTube, salute to y'all too. But like, tell your cousin, because I will say the number of people who talk to me about the pod and the number of people that it tries to tell me is watching and listening to the pod can't be right. Those two numbers don't coincide with each other. But it's cool. I know the numbers are kind of spread out because it's all over the place. So it's kind of a matter of finding all of the analytics and putting it in one spot. But either way, shit, y'all already know where y'all at, man. But
it's all spread out right now.
It's all spread out.
And stuff
it. Pause like a motherfucker. See, and on that,
I'm flyer than everybody. You're on cloud 9, higher than everybody. We stepping out on the town, we sliding every party.
It was just a nice summary, Mojo. That's all. It was a nice summary.
That Assassin of Drugs beats for that fiery intro. Fiery. It sounds like wiry on replace. Y'all seen the replacements? Anyway, yeah. I'm not getting ready to get off on this. Wiry. I love that fucking movie, yo. I love that fucking movie, yo. Salute to Gene Hackman, man. Rest in peace, dog. Rest in peace to George Foreman too. Rest in peace to George Foreman.
Oh, dude. Seriously?
Yeah.
Didn't know.
To George Foreman. Yeah, he been. George passed a couple days ago, I think. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because we talked about it on Monday Night Live too. So yeah. So rest in peace,
Yeah,
George.
out of the loop.
Man, George is I think he's ranked as like the number 8 heavyweight of all time, number 7 or 8 heavyweight of all time. And he earned it. Like that's one person I would never want to hit me ever in life.
It sucks that the circumstance had to warrant it, but I will say, like, I've seen some of the most fire Foreman compilations because I follow a lot of boxing. So like, there's a gang of the accounts that are putting together like very extensive like George Foreman compilations. And man, it's been so dope to see. And it sucks that it had to come to that. Like they could have dropped that shit 2-3 years ago and it would have still been fire. But yeah, so it sucks that it had to be with that circumstance in order to do it. But man, it's been great.
Yeah, that's real talk, man. Salute to George, man. Salute to everybody. I completely forgot I played the intro. Hi. Hello. Welcome to Pantha Politix Podcast, man. You already know what it is. Only real talk allowed. This is episode 175. My goodness. You know what? When I first sat down at that table over on Puget Sound Avenue in Tacoma and did the first episode of this shit, 175 wasn't even in my purview at the time. I was just like, yo, I'm gonna just do it until I get tired of doing it and then I'm gonna walk away. But obviously, I'm not tired yet. Y'all already know me, man. Seven Da Pantha, a.k.a. the Carolina Hurricane, Ridiculous Slang, a.k.a. your baby mama's favorite rapper, a.k.a. Pie Strickland, if you're getting the point. And, of course, I got the squad with me. I can't do this thing alone, man. Mojo Barnes, how you living, my brother?
I'm doing pretty good.
As he puts his whole head in the camera to tell you. He's doing pretty good. I love it.
Phasing out.
Oh, shit. How was your weekend, bro?
Huh?
How was your weekend?
It was cool.
I somehow knew that was going to be the answer.
Yep.
It was cool. Hey, you know what's funny? I think I'm going to put together a compilation of me asking Mojo how his weekend was. And let's look for the regularity in the answer. Oh, shit. That's all I'm saying. Monster Elicit, what's going on, brother?
Not a fucking thing worth talking about.
I knew it. Yep. See, this is when I know that we've gotten in a rhythm on this show. When I ask them the question, and I already know what they're going to say before they say it, and I just let them say it anyway.
I'm glad Mojo had a good weekend, though.
It was cool.
Happy.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. Now, of course, the missing link is back in the building. The problem.
I'm the missing link.
P7. What's going on, bro?
What's up, man? Dang, missing link for real? Like it's like that.
He called you Neanderthal.
Yeah, man. I'm saying, am I the guy between?
Oh shit!
Just call me Hanuman, dog.
Oh man.
Yo, he showed up in his blanket shirt too, so you can't even be mad.
Yeah, I mean,
yo, it's cold. It's storming where I'm at right now, so I'm trying to, stay warm.
He hit him with that. Y'all remember that battle rap would do was like, man, because I'm styling on you, and then son stocked him and knocked him the fuck out. That shit was crazy. But so P, you've been gone for a minute, man. Like, what's what you been up to, man? What you been up to?
Well, the first week I was gone, I was sick. So, sorry, Monster, I got you sick too. My bad. But got a little sick. Got over that enough time to get down to Cali for my mom's 80th birthday and her transition ceremony. Yeah. Shouts out to Dr. Carey down there in Cali.
Dr. Carey, definitely. Yes. Yeah. Your mom was awesome.
If I didn't love your mom so much, I would have went at you for that transition line.
Oh yeah.
What? She went through transition from being a social worker for 30 years and a doctor and all that, helping to transition to writing books.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, but it sounded like you just said you went out there to see her turn 80 and then she kicked it. So that's what it sounded like.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be on right now.
So many things came to my mind. I was like, ooh, Percy's mom. That's why I stopped.
Yeah.
Much love from Mama Percy.
Yeah, no, but it was like going to a state dinner, you know what I mean? Because she had like almost 100 and some odd people there to come see her, and we were sitting up front, like we were royalty. It was kind of crazy. But all them people that are there to see my mom, and it was really, really beautiful to see, everybody coming out to pay their respects in the way that she's helped their lives, not in
Yeah,
their
like
death.
dang, she
And
passed.
no, it always sounds like that, right? It always this is gonna come off like that.
Man.
Anyway, no,
You know
she's
what
very
makes
much
it
alive,
so
very
much
much alive.
better?
What's that?
Please tell them what you brought home with you.
Cheers.
What, her car?
Man.
I took her
She stole
car.
her whip.
She didn't steal her whip. I bought her a new one. I
I
bought
know.
out the
the
wheel.
whip that
But put it all together. I went down
You're on
there
mute,
too.
man.
I'm on mute.
No, Sev's on mute.
No.
Oh.
Seb's on mute.
Go ahead. No.
What's up?
I'm glad
Put
I
it
was.
all
Go ahead.
together. I went down there to be a part of my mom's transition. All of her family and friends
Don't do
came
it.
out to
Don't
say
do it.
how much they loved
Pay
and
her
respected.
respects.
And
Yeah.
then I took
Yeah,
her
don't do it,
car.
dog.
And then I
Because she
stole her
can't drive
car,
it
yeah.
anymore. She, alluding to the fact that
No.
she's no longer with us.
What in the round of applause
I know,
carjacking
right?
is going on
Yeah.
here?
I mean, because we're on broadcast right now, and the cops might be looking for me. So anyway,
Oh, matricide.
transition. Nah,
I hope she
I bought her a new
gets
car.
paid
with
a lot of money for her transition.
I mean, there's no insurance policy on.
I'm in support.
Oh yeah. I mean, what? So like, I bought her a new whip and everything. I took the old one, and I came up with that. So yeah, we good. Yeah.
Okay. So now you still in the car don't sound so bad since you got a new one. It don't sound so bad.
Bought her a new one. It's still a car, and she's very much alive. Look at it all.
Yeah, see, it ain't stealing.
She watched
if
the
it
show,
was left
right?
to him in the will.
Right.
No.
Oh shit, yo, son, this is
That's messed up.
I'm bugging the fuck out right. This is crazy.
Let's move
Yo,
on.
that is
You know she
wild,
watches this
son.
thing, right?
Yeah, so tell your mom
Yo.
to wash her and then cut this out for me.
Hey,
I love you, Mama
Hey, Doc.
Fraser.
Yeah.
hey, well, look, moms, you might want to
No.
skip this because we about to get a little outrageous for just a minute.
Yes.
We about to get a little outrageous for just a minute. Now, the reason why is because I got questions. Now, she lives in California, so this is perfect. I have questions. First of all, my first question is: I've been to prison. Okay, I didn't see anybody's significant other come and spend the weekend at the joint. I mean, niggas had conjugal visits and all of that, but it wasn't no. Somehow or another, I should not be
Let me
surprised
get
that
close
California
to
is the
ya.
place that I find this about coming. I'm not surprised that it's California at all at this point. I don't know, Master. Do you want to intro this since you the one that brought it to the table, or I mean, I could continue, but I just thought I'd ask first because I already know that you got some.
No, you know what? Go ahead. I'll just add in later on.
Okay. Oh, so this story comes out of Mule Creek Prison in Amador County, California. Two women were both strangled to death at Mule Creek State Prison in California by the gentleman that they were going to spend the weekend with. Tania Thomas, who was 47 years old, strangled to death. Her body was found on July 1st, 2024. She was killed by Anthony Curry, her baby daddy, who was already serving life for attempted second-degree murder with an enhancement for discharging a firearm causing bodily harm, as well as a 13-year sentence for carjacking with an enhancement of using a firearm. He's also been charged in her death. The most recent was Stephanie Dowles, 62 years old. Her body was found early, 2 o'clock in the morning, November 13, 2024. She was a hairdresser by trade. She was there to visit her. The thing that troubles me about this is I don't even think the first lady was actually married to the guy that she was seeing.
It didn't sound
And then
like
this lady and that dude, I think they was divorced or some shit. Like they wasn't even together.
62.
62. Yeah.
Oh, it gets better. Keep reading.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the gentleman, and I use that term very loosely, that she was going to visit was David Brinson. He was serving 4 life sentences. He is serving 4 life sentences, and he's getting weekend visits in prison. The fuck are we doing? Anyway, he's serving 4 life sentences for 4 murders during the commission of a robbery. Now, the funny thing is, and surprise, surprise, Miss Dowell's son was like, man, we knew something was up, but a couple of days after she died, the story kept changing. And I'm like, let me ask you a question. You're in a prison.
The story kept changing.
The story of how she died.
Mr. Brinson, Mr. Four Bodies. His story kept changing about what happened. And I'm thinking to myself, now you're in prison. It's only so much your story can change.
You see, we were out at the Burger King. Wait a minute.
What?
Yeah, just after movies. Oh, wait a minute. No.
Oh, hold on. Was it Burger King?
I mean, okay, so I've never been to prison, so I don't really know how these conjugal visits go, but isn't it just a room they get, like a little tax trailer they get to hang out in for the weekend?
Bruh. Oh, no, not in California. You know, y'all think y'all do everything better than everybody else. So let me tell you what California.
I mean, we do.
Let me tell you what California
better than everybody too. I mean, what? Anyway, let's go.
I'm sorry to be laughing. This is a very serious topic, but these guys are fucking hilarious. So I can't help myself. But let me tell you. So in California, no, it's not just a room, because apparently they felt like criminals deserve so much better than what they're getting. So let's see. They say the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation website says some incarcerated people are eligible for family visits, which occur in private apartment-like facilities on prison grounds and last from 30 to 40 hours.
Oh, so they can like spend the night and shit.
So you already locked down, getting housed, 3 hots in the cot. You got a crib. They're going to give you a whole nother crib for 40 hours so you can go get your freak on and strangle motherfuckers, apparently.
The timeshare.
So
okay, so back to the strangling part, right? Is there more to this story? Is there more to the story? Because this is the thing, like 2 people get strangled, right? 162. The other, they just decided in the prison, hey, you know what? This is how we're gonna do it. I'm not gonna beat my girl to death today. We're all gonna strangle them to death. Like this is I feel like that's the guard.
Well, but you got to remember,
because they, you know,
that these are people that already went to prison for murder. So
I'm saying it's
if
easy to pin on.
If you strangle somebody, then it's like. But even if it was them, like, don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna cap for the pigs. It definitely could have been those motherfuckers, and it might have been them that was changing the story. But when you get locked up for murder, and you're like, as little evidence as possible, strangle, you got to prove that now. Like, if you go and bust somebody over the head, there's a whole lot of blood. You can say like, oh, she slipped, but yeah. So now, my
to Seth's
favorite.
point, I mean, you're already getting hooked up with your own little, love shack, and you're gonna be there for 4 consecutive life sentences. So one of them life sentences, it's a wrap, right? So
that's number 5. It's like a Boy Scout badge.
I feel that. What's number 5?
Yeah.
But
why would he earned his rank?
Yeah, strangulation is a crime of passion.
All right.
Is it though?
I love you, bitch.
That's a post-fucking crime.
I mean, I don't know. I never strangled nobody like that.
Try it. Now, my favorite thing about this story was the headline. It said, "Woman gets strangled during overnight prison stay again."
Yeah.
Like the first time, like, why are they still implementing this perk of going to jail? Yeah. The first time should have been enough. Like, maybe let's shorten the visit. Maybe let's have them be a little bit more supervised, perhaps.
They were like, well, that first guy was crazy. This is a one-off. And then they were like, not again.
Oh, why didn't we do?
Achievement oversight is what makes me think it's a setup. I'm just saying.
Oh, you strangled her?
That's a bad
Let me strangle mine too.
Yeah, there are a whole lot of things about this whole story that sound suspect. And the lady that they showed the picture of looks like a lovely lady.
Mm-hmm.
But damn. Like, your man's that you're divorced from, so at some point you were already feeling some type of way.
Oh.
Is in for 4 life sentences. And you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go and see him, and I'm gonna stay.
It's true love. It's true love. Look, so what it is I'm in for 4, baby. Go have your time. Divorce me. Don't have my name attached to your stuff. You know what I mean? But hey, every once in a while, come up to that love shack. Let me know you still love me. You know what I mean? I mean that's
man.
They do that in the military all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be on 4 tours, girl. I'm not coming home for a while. Go ahead and have your little boyfriend and call him Jody's. You know what I'm saying? That's a real thing. I mean, prison. I mean, what's the difference?
Funny shit is, we call him the same shit in prison.
Right.
Jody out there, Jody got your lady and gone. Like it all came from the record, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, the funny thing is, my dumb ass, the first 2 days I'm in the count. Okay, so first of all, wait, before I do that, because I was about to go off on some whole other shit because you started something. And I gotta do better about not allowing y'all to make my high ass go off something. So, I told myself that after I listened to the last part, I was like, see, right there, I lost my train of thought. I lost it right there. Eventually, I came back to it, but at that moment, that bitch was gone. So yeah, I just got a question. My question is this: after the first person gets strangled, after the first time it happened, why did it continue? But if it did continue, why was there not added measures of security put in place to make sure these women went back home to their people? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I can answer this question as a white person. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. That's all it
is. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you even more.
Because I ain't gonna take responsibility for that. Yeah. Be like, double shame. Now you got double shame.
Yes. Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
And it'd be like, yo, it was a different guy, different shame. Like, we can't say that this is related.
Yo,
So
that shit is
the way you
crazy.
prove that. The way you prove that is you let them have another conjugal visit and see if they come out alive. Then we know that's what we have to do.
Yes.
And they're like, no, Johnson.
It's science.
You gotta let
it's
this
science.
one go.
Johnson is hilarious. Paul.
People are already looking. We'll get another one next year.
Johnson is hilarious. Oh shit!
It's for science.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man. Yeah, that is hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. I do want to say, rest in peace, Stephanie Dowles and Tania. What's her last name? Tania. I know the dude, that bum ass nigga's name is Curry. Tania Thomas. I didn't want to make the mistake of tying you to him because I know y'all wasn't like that. Yeah. And to Curry and Brinson, I like they should just sit you down somewhere and go ahead and hit the switch. I don't know what the fuck they playing around for. Like, dog, listen to me. I'm gonna be honest about something right now. Me personally, I know that capital punishment is applied incorrectly, and that's the reason people got a problem with it. I get it. But it's certain motherfuckers. It's some people walking around here that need the gas or the juice, one or the other. As a matter of fact, they need the juice or the firing squad. And I mean, you need to get a firing squad of motherfuckers that can't shoot. So they got to hit this nigga 60 times to kill him. That's the kind of shit I'm on right there. So, like, nobody hit him in the head. Don't let him die fast. And y'all all get to shoot with 25s.
And to Percy's
that's the same percent I'm on.
That should be Guard Johnson back there.
You feel me? You feel me? I'm just saying. The way that the death penalty is exercised in America is racist, it's oppressive, it's fucked up. How many people you think actually cried when Ted Bundy sat down in that chair and they fricasseed his ass? How many people you think really cried about it? Outside of his moms and maybe his shorty that he was with, that he ended up marrying. Maybe they shed some tears, but it was a whole bunch of people celebrating, drinking beer, smoking weed, and having a good old fucking time. So, I mean, there's a point where you recognize Monster got a whole segment he do about it sometimes. Why people need to go. I'm just saying. Like, yeah, some of y'all get on my fucking nerves. But anyway, just getting on my nerves is not enough of a reason to die. I just want to make that clear. But anyway.
All right, make Percy happy now. Go to the pig one.
Oh, I'm actually getting ready to do that right now. Yeah, and that was kind of the reason why that took that turn that it took. We talked about this one lady before. Police officer, sheriff's deputy, whatever, in Texas who committed suicide. And I'm doing all of this in air quotes because to me, all of this shit sounds fishy as fuck. It smells like Seattle waterfront on a bad day. That's what it smells like. That's what it smells like. The Tacoma aroma. That's what it smells like. That's what it's giving. But needless to say, there was more to that, and there's only begun to get more and more added on to it. So there have been 4 deputies within a 6-week time frame who have committed suicide. 4.
That's a baby.
6 weeks. Yes, he's absolutely insane. I think he's on. I don't know.
That celebration.
He's on vibranium lace. Meth. He's on meth laced with vibranium, and that's why he sounds like that. And Hennessy, yes. And Hennessy. That's what we cooking in. Nah, I'm bugging, but nah. So seriously though, Texas Police Department has been left in shock after. Are you really? In shock after 4 of his deputies died by suicide within the span of 6 weeks. The death of Deputy Christina Kohler, who we spoke about previously, was announced by the Harris County Sheriff's Office last week. The 37-year-old law enforcement officer has joined the force in 2018 and served in the courts division. You ain't even a real cop. You work in the court. Anyway, I'm gonna read some more. As a matter, this came from Yahoo News. I want to make sure I give proper credit to where the information coming from, because you know us, we'll tell you the headline and then get funny with it because we think the shit's hilarious. But anyway, but she was Kohler was reported missing 2 weeks ago. Her body was discovered on March 13th. 3 former deputies have also died by suicide within the past 6 weeks. There's something to be said, and I said this before. There's something to be said about the thing that happens to a person when they become a police officer. I actually, I can make it make sense to you what I'm saying here. When you put on that uniform and you adopt the mentality, unless you were already kind of cut from that cloth, it fundamentally changes who you are. Fundamentally changes who you are, and over time. It's not only when you have the uniform on that it changes who you are. It starts to change you all the time. You become a completely different person. I make the tie between that and I don't think it's 100%, which is why I can say these other things that I'm saying. It's the same thing in the military. It's the same thing in sports. It's the same thing at jobs. Jobs that wear a uniform. Everybody dresses the same. There's a reason for it. And it's not just appearance. You know what I'm saying? At a point, it becomes a type of group think that kind of takes over subconsciously. Which leads me to why I don't think that these fucking cops are killing themselves.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So it was like,
I don't think that's that. Yeah, absolutely. But please go ahead. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
There's no way these dudes are all killing themselves.
If you want the evidence to show that it's not, read the names.
Yeah. They're all Latino. They're all Latino.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. All of them.
And this is Texas.
We got Cola.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got Cola. I had it marked. Oh shit. I scrolled too.
You know Abbott.
So yeah. I mean, you know. Texas, deep in the heart. Then you got Long. I never know how to say that name. I'm not gonna lie.
Nguyen.
Nguyen.
Nguyen. Yeah.
Nguyen.
Yes. So that's Vietnamese.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. William Bozeman, who could be anything with that name, but it's the likelihood is that. Most of the black people I know with names like that are like Bazemores or something. They're not Bozeman. So I mean, I don't know. It could be. Anyway, I actually ought to look.
Chadwick.
This is true.
That's what I'm saying.
This is true. Damn. Okay. So now we got an Asian and possible African American, and we have Latina. Yo, that's crazy.
All minorities, maybe trying to clear house for what's coming.
We've got
anybody
they work in the courts, right?
To be a problem, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of melanin that is committing suicide right now. The whites seem to be okay.
And so the question I have is, are they being bullied into this position because our Latino sister was found in a neighborhood that she does not normally frequent? She was found in a kind of a trap house type situation, which is kind of rather odd to me. I don't know about the rest of the people, where they were found when they committed suicide, but I guarantee it wasn't in their own house. So it's kind of like, a lot of people are committing suicide away from home, which is the weirdest thing because that never happens when you commit suicide. And then two, they're doing it in areas that are notorious for crime and that kind of stuff. And they don't work on the streets like you said, Seth. These guys are court people. So it's like, I feel like someone's being dumped somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the coroner or whoever is just calling it suicide.
Exactly.
Well, just take them over there with the niggers.
Yeah. This is when it's good to have a white friend.
Right.
Because I can say, they didn't commit suicide, they was murdered.
No,
so there's a phrase they say in a game called Among Us where if the killer reports it, it's called a self-report. So that's what I think this shit is. Self-report.
Yeah. Yeah. This is very colorful. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean that in a
poor choice of words.
Yeah, the shit. Nah, actually it was a great choice of words, and I'll tell you why. Because at the present moment, from everything that I see that happens, that comes across my timeline feed, whatever, if I'm scrolling Google, if I happen to hop on social media, everything that I see is telling me one thing. It's telling me that the diagram, or what we thought we knew, or what we thought we saw, what we thought we understood, is being A, exposed in some places, and B, being flipped completely on its head. To be exposed to be completely different from what you thought it was, or not what we thought it was, because a lot of us already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't enough of us to know what time it is for this shit not to shock people when they see it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that's how they are able to diffuse any response, because you're so busy being shocked, you failed to apply any logic to the situation. There are people in Texas right now so in shock that they haven't even began to think what we've already said on this podcast. And they've been dealing with it for 6 weeks. We've been talking about it for 10 minutes. You feel me?
And this is why people need to go.
See, that's why we talk about people and how this is all designed to distract us, right? Because I can only imagine what kind of media people in Texas are actually getting on this situation, if they're getting anything at all, right? And the way that we are so divided as a nation as far as the information that we get, you can't even come up with a rationale. They got so much other distractions going on that they don't even know that this is even happening. I mean, I don't even know what's going on in Congress right now because of the way the administration is. I don't even want to pay attention to it. It's just so crazy and nutty, right? Well, what if they're feeling the same way at times 1,000 down there because they live in them conservative areas that be showing them crazy stuff like Seattle's burning and, homeless are taking over California and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They have wild news down there. So that's just one more crazy thing, right? Another cop dies. Suicide. I feel bad, and they can move on. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just one more crazy thing for them.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. They're absolutely hearing this. They're just not hearing the names. Because if they can be like, yo, like another cop's committed suicide, like the system has stacked so much against us that, we're all being driven to the edge. You got to support your local police. You got to do this. You got to be there for us. Feel sad for us. Suck our dicks. And it's all just
give us more money. Give us more money.
It's all just a big sympathy campaign. They're being told everything besides the names.
Besides the truth.
Hey, man, look. I want to read y'all something. And it just I have this is my very first time seeing this. I was actually looking up the population of Harris County, Texas. And it's like 5 million people. For those of y'all who don't know anything about Harris County, Houston is in Harris County, Texas. Like Texas counties are huge because Texas is fucking huge. But this has Jesus Christ. This is also in Harris County, Texas. This happened yesterday, by the way. Yesterday being the 25th of March. 3 teen girls are in custody after allegedly planning to kill their mother because she turned off the Wi-Fi in their Texas home. Harris County deputies say the incident occurred in Houston overnight on Sunday. So this actually happened even before then. The girls, ages 14, 15, and 16, reportedly grabbed kitchen knives and chased their mother through the house and into the street, attempting to stab her. Authorities say one of the teens struck the mother with a brick. Their grandmother was also knocked down while trying to protect the mother. Despite the violent attack, neither woman sustained serious injuries.
Percy, I'm forgetting the term. What is it when you like give a measured response to something? There's a military term for it. For like,
a proportional response.
Proportional response. There you go.
Yeah.
See now,
yeah. That was definitely not a proportional response.
No Wi-Fi. Get the blades.
Yeah. Killer.
Oh, you're too fast for the blades? Take bricks.
Yeah.
They hit you with the Uncle Ruckus, Mom.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
Can't outrun a brick.
Just before the Wi-Fi turned off, they had 20 minutes left on Friday. Just got to the part where Debo got smacked with the brick.
Yep. And it was like, oh shit, you see that?
We could learn something.
And Debo had a knife. Yeah, it was watching.
Yeah.
Man, Mojo Goodwin. Oh
See?
shit. I like that. All right, yeah. What I don't like is 3 teenagers trying to kill their mom but turn off the Wi-Fi. I don't. What in the heck?
Yeah,
bro?
well, we don't like that, but
So
Bro.
anything else coming out of Harris County? Because like I have a feeling it's something in the water.
yeah,
Strangulate. You know, it might be something in the water.
something in the
We
toilet.
commit
paper.
suicide. We stab people.
Bro,
We throw bricks and shit.
let's just
you know
put
what I
that
mean?
together real quick.
Bricks of shit.
I mean, it's Houston, right?
Mama turns off
Brick
the
don't come there,
Wi-Fi.
Right.
And they're like, all right, get the blades. She makes it outside. All right, get the bricks.
Mm-hmm.
Big Mama steps in the way. Yo, you're either with us or against us.
I never saw Friday.
And they set to work on both of them.
Rise up, young
This was for
generation.
giving birth to
Take
her.
your power.
Yo, that shit is wild. Hey, just for the
Yo,
record,
mom should
teenagers.
just not pay the bill.
Right.
Word. What you gonna do now, motherfucker? I ain't turn it off. They did. Start something.
Don't bring
Start
up
something.
Local
Let me see you run up in
Yeah.
Xfinity
Where's
with
the
that little
bread?
butter knife, bitch. Let me see you run up in Xfinity with that.
I end
Little
up as another suicide story like these cops.
Whoa.
that boy right there.
Right.
That boy right there. Hell yeah.
Committed
Yo, I just
suicide by
want to
brick.
say, I just want to say on behalf of every parent, and I want to say on behalf of every parent hearing this right now with fuck that shit echoing in their head. Teenagers, I will knock you the fuck out. Don't play with me. Y'all better stop that shit. Listen, I need y'all to understand. So, see, this is the problem right here. Remember, we was talking before about how motherfuckers be swearing, oh no, the generation, the things are still the same. We just see it more often because it's on the internet. No, fuck that. It's different, nigga. I know because I was there.
Fuck
Fuck
that.
the internet. I was there. I know this shit different. What the fuck? Let one of us have picked up a fucking knife and came at one of our parents, and when we wake the fuck up, if we wake the fuck up, it's gonna be a whole new world. Rainbow bright, all that shit going on. Ain't no more gangster left in you, nigga.
Caucasian?
It's over.
So, yo. So this is why I gotta play devil's advocate, man. I gotta flip the script on it. Cause look, they came at him with 3 knives, not just the one, 3, right? Then they got the bricks. So it'd be one thing if it was just lone you talking, Mama, I want the internet back on. I'm gonna bust a knife. Yeah, you knocked out to next week. You know what I mean? She gonna get you. 3 though. Mom's is like, yo, okay, look, I'm outnumbered. Let me get outside. Let me get some space between me because they ain't coming at me outside, right? It was Big Mama that got in the way. If Big Mama didn't get in the way and that brick would have missed, now she got a brick. She ready to go throw that back at them kids. She's gonna open up something and she's gonna open up that can of whoop ass. See, it's not different. It's just the fact that they had 3 and Big Mama got in the way. It's still the same.
That's all. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Stupid kid.
Mama called it out. She was like, "No, get out the way, Big Mama. I'm Spartacus."
Oh shit!
They've been playing Call of Duty and shit. They come in squads. You know what I mean? They know how to do that now. That's what makes it different.
Don't try to lone wolf.
You try to do it solo.
Definitely, yeah, that shit right there. See,
Can't do that on Warzone.
and see, this is where the problem come into the whole conversation for me about video games and violence and all that shit. That's where the problem comes into it for me, because the dumbass kids who don't know the difference between playing a game and actually going out here and ruining their fucking future and taking somebody's life. There's a big fucking difference. Somebody at my job just asked me the other day, "You play Warzone?" I was like, "Nah, nigga." They was like, "Why?" I've been around too many real guns busted for me to want to do that. What are you talking about?
Right.
I'll play Mortal Kombat where I can freeze niggas. I ain't never been able to do it. I ain't never gonna be able to do it. Not gonna happen. This shit is fun. Hey, y'all, man, fuck that shit, yo. Sometimes that shit, and I think at the point when the argument started getting made, it wasn't valid at the point. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't valid at the point. And we can even look at the numbers in regards to mental health and the diagnoses that, especially that come at younger ages now. We can look at all of that in association with the fact that the video game shit was we played that shit sometime, but we was still outside. Mm-hmm. It was a minute before that shit turned into that's all the fuck I do is play video games. You know what I'm saying? It took some time for it to turn into that. So I don't, yeah.
But see, this is why I say, like, there comes a point where you gotta kick a kid in the chest. If you've set that precedence, they ain't going for that night.
Shit.
One, because mom's probably going to kick me in the chest. But even if you got that frame of mind where, I will kick you in the chest, by the time they even make their way to the kitchen, they've already done enough. Because you don't just go like, "Oh, you turn the Wi-Fi off? I'll be right back." Like, they had the yelling going on. They had the cursing. They had the, "I'm going to kill you." Before it got to the "I'm going to kill you," the moment the cursing started. "Oh, so you're going to talk like that today?" Boom. Into the chest. This is Sparta, and it's donezo. And then you don't need to worry about the knives. You don't need to worry about the bricks. And Big Mama's just fine right now. So there comes a point where you just have to handle the business so that it doesn't escalate any further.
Yeah, man.
Establish dominance.
Yeah.
Damn kids.
Do that shit early. No, I'm thinking this woman never had dogs. Because otherwise this wouldn't have been an issue. Yeah. She would have known established dominance.
Yeah.
And them kids would never thought of pick up a knife to the monster's point, So everybody should have dogs before you have kids. Raise your dogs. If your dogs are biting you all the time, your kids are probably going to stab you with knives when you turn off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. And throw bricks at you.
Throw
Wi-Fi and shit.
Yeah.
And throw bricks.
And let me say, big mamas out there, grandmothers and that kind of stuff, I know that's your daughter and that you're trying to protect her, but she's a grown-ass woman and you need to get out the way because you're not as nimble as you used to be. You ain't got them deflection skills like you used to, and that's a brick. Yeah. So please.
See now grandma 38. See, now grandma 38, so that's why she got it confused for a minute. She thought she was one of today's grandma. I was like,
don't come for my wife, man. Don't come for my wife. Don't do that.
Now, I'm not saying all of the 38s is bad. I'm just saying it's a difference. That's all I'm saying. It's a difference. Definitely.
Wait, do we know how old this one was? Because strangulation was 64. So I'm curious, how old was Grandma?
Yeah, that's real shit.
Like, was she?
You know what I mean? Like,
because if she was 22. Them kids are baby kids, and they really coming for you.
Shit. Not baby kid. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, I miss
I
that,
love it.
man. I'm just like pointing out the fact that there are bad kids out there. We always try to make these kids out to be like they're the nicest kids since Wonder Bread, but not all kids are great. You know?
Nah, man, times
And-
have changed.
Proceed. Tell me more.
Oh man, I should have said nothing.
Go ahead.
Nah, man,
Mario.
kids are just doing wilder and wilder things. Like when I was in high school, yeah, we cut class and decided to write on the walls in the hallways and shit, and that was like the extent of the things that I did. You'd see a kid or two, bringing a baton to school to try to beat the shit out of another kid, but no guns usually. It's a lot of just fights and let's go smoke a blunt. You got money for a switch, like things like that. But it was never in schools. I wasn't fighting no teachers. Classmates weren't fighting no teachers. Like it's real easy for a kid to pull out a phone and start recording some kid like beating the shit out of a teacher. Like I didn't see those kind of things in my high school. We weren't like straight laced, but nah, we knew it was kid on kid violence. We didn't want to go against the teachers.
So y'all been like Sev Monster, you've been to my hometown, right? You've seen how country podunk that town can look, right? I had everything that any big city would have in my high school. We had it going down. So you had, people bringing guns, you had people fighting people, you had drug selling, you had all that stuff happening, and we had teachers fighting kids and stuff like that. And I said teachers fighting kids, not the other way. Not like kids trying to fight teachers.
Yeah.
We had teachers trying to fight kids. Because we had Vietnam vets, you know what I mean, that would flip out when these kids would just say a little bit of something and throw a desk at a student. That happened in my high school, you know what I mean? But we thought that was wild then. I wish I could have recorded that and world starred that because I would have made so many views. Because that's wild. But
nah.
Like I don't think I mean I know things have changed because I have kids. I see what they go through. But I don't think they've changed that much as far as wildness. Because, the 90s, dog. Did you mute me?
No.
The
Still
90s.
talking.
The 90s was wild.
Yeah. No, the stuff that you're kind of referring to, like we would only see that shit in like the movies about West Coast, like California in the 90s. Like, welcome to South Central. Like, nah. I mean, we had the drug selling and all that shit in classes, but it was more so we were really not trying to like have the teachers involved. So we weren't getting into it with teachers. We were stealing shit from them, and getting caught that way, just wreaking havoc. But we weren't like causing any physical harm to them.
I mean, when the teacher comes for you, like literally, this guy just had a PTSD moment. He literally flipped out. He grabbed the desk and just tossed it at a student, and it was the wildest thing because I was sitting like two rows over. I'm just like, wow, I just saw a desk. You know what I mean? But that wasn't every day, but it did happen. You know what I mean? When I was graduating high school, you had the whole teacher starting to sleep with students. That was wild. Like now, it seems like that's just normal.
I remember when you was in ninth grade. All right, pal. I remember when you started here.
Yeah, that's wild. Oh my god,
bro! When you gotta start assessing the aerodynamics of your desk, that's fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like that's a different kind of environment.
It's getting deep at that point.
I like it.
Yeah,
See,
I'm loving that. Yeah,
I was able to set it up to where, like, because if I threaten a little kid, that's the case. So I just told my daughter, all right, if something wild happens, this is what I need you to do. Let them know that your daddy is going to fuck them up. And then text me. And when I show up to pick you up, I'll have all the tattoos showing and the hair down. And then when the time comes, just point. And then at that point, I just give a little dirty look and they'll be like, he said he was going to whoop my ass. No, I didn't. My daughter pointed at some random kid. And I was like, what's this scrub doing?
Scrub.
Yeah. Plausible deniability.
You have never heard of TLC, you little bastard.
Just give him a lecture about, like, something, but do it in the harshest voice possible. It's like, hey, did you know about the Snorks? They're a horrible cartoon. Yeah, that's right. Just be all intimidating. And they're like,
You ever heard of
snorts, man? That's fucked up.
Gingivitis?
Aerodynamics of death.
Yeah, gingivitis. Brush your teeth.
Yo,
Brush your fucking teeth, you bitch.
I asked the motherfucker one time because we was talking about there was a conversation going on about family dynamics, and he had the audacity to come out of his face and say something to the effect of the black people in the conversation might have a strange view of family dynamic because most of them don't have both parents in the home. And I said, well, now, isn't that brilliant what you just said? So I'm assuming you grew up with both parents, right? He's like, yes. I said, really don't matter if both parents in the house if they your own meth, though. Do it?
You got super.
If you had seen the shade of red that this gentleman's face turned, and I'll call him a gentleman because I'm a very, very nice guy. This gentleman's face reminded me of something that would make me stop moving my vehicle. So I said,
you ain't even white anymore.
That concluded with me being like, you can go that way. You can go that way. Go ahead. Over there. I'm sure they'd love to hear it. Oh man, yeah, that's that bullshit. I shouldn't have said bullshit because it made me think about some bullshit. You ain't about some bullshit. I'm gonna tell you some bullshit. The bullshit is we live in a country where a whole lot of people thought that voting for a particular person was a good idea. And now a lot of those same people are realizing, oh shit, I fucked up. That's kind of that's kind of where they at with it. I will say, and this is gonna sound it sounds wild to people when I say it, but I'm not disturbed at all.
I am.
You can't be disturbed by something you knew was gonna fucking happen. You can only be so disturbed by it. See, I was disturbed for a second, and then it was like, nigga, you knew this shit was gonna happen. Stop playing. What are you doing right now? There's no way you have a logical plan to deal with this as long as you still surprised about it. Nah. Get your head out your ass and get to it.
The hashtag I regret my vote was trending.
That part. Yeah. That part.
Okay. So now what? You regret your vote. And now what?
Bet y'all want to piece that nigga though. Y'all
and stocks for beer went way up. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Budweiser never been so happy. I'm trying to tell you, but
drink your bud.
And now what?
All the Budweiser and PBR stock is going through the ceiling.
Rather
that's kind of funny too. Hey, country
music.
music is also going up too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So if beer stocks are going up, country music's going up, gun sales going up.
Yes.
We're about to get dog sales.
Yeehaw.
You better believe it.
It's gonna happen. We're having a renaissance. Yeah.
You know what the error that I find in that equation at places though, when I start looking at the math of it, y'all buying a lot of guns and a lot of ammo, you ain't buying enough armor. Don't matter if you got a gun if your ass gets shot first. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm gonna shoot you. I'm just saying having a gun don't matter if you get shot first. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
We still haven't figured out this explosive IED issue. So, those are too easy to make. Yeah. Come for me, my sanctuary city. You're not going to get very far. We didn't do a very good job in there.
I know the article that you're getting ready to go to, but real quick, just because you're talking about it, and by next week, this is going to be old news. But I just read something like an hour ago that some language just disappeared because when they were fighting against trans bathrooms, they decided, okay, well, there was a bunch of language in there about bathroom segregation. We'll just get rid of all of that. So magically, all of a sudden, there's no more language saying that you can't segregate bathrooms for anything.
So they just officially wrote in unisex bathrooms?
They wrote in that, Like any sort of bathroom segregation is fine.
Oh,
That's great.
any
We're
kind
back
is
to that.
fine.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
So
the slippery
niggas can
slope
only
that
use
we
this
were
one.
talking about,
We just slipped it.
here it comes.
Welcome, Jim
So
Crow.
they were like, "Oh yeah, no, because if you don't want trans bathrooms, then we have to have bathroom segregation. So we just need to make that a blanket statement."
And does that apply to the water fountains as well, or maybe the transit stations or restaurants or anything else now?
White people take things one step at a time.
Well, watch out for it because it's coming.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
It's coming.
So yeah, it might be beneficial for everybody to start looking at the language that just disappears.
Sometimes it's what a motherfucker ain't saying that's the most dangerous thing.
That part.
Sometimes it's
See,
what a
this is crazy.
motherfucker ain't saying that's dangerous. Yeah.
It's like a full court press because they're saying it. They even read. I read the book Project 2025. I read that thing like twice now, right? And they're following it. They're following it to a T. He's just kind of fast with it. He's being a little bit of an overachiever. Like this wasn't supposed to happen until after the end of the first year, right? But they just going for broke for everything right now. So it's kind of interesting that they're saying it, and then they're also not saying like, and people are still not listening either way.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? They felt a good formula of just confusion to throw on people because they're saying it. Congress is calling them out. My girl, like, what's that one girl that's on there? That just be Crockett. That she be constantly just calling everybody out. Like, yo, they're calling it out. It's good theater, but no one's listening.
Yeah.
And if they are listening, all they're doing is being shocked and then posting about it, but they're not doing nothing. At least I haven't heard nobody setting up any kind of coalition to stop these motherfuckers from doing what they're doing. You know what I mean? Even the Democrats, I haven't heard nothing from them. You know what I mean? But Bernie's on a tour right now, though. So,
You know how that go.
Cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
I look at it like I look at all of this like being at LAX and shit.
Annoying as fuck.
All of it's like all of it's like this whole shit is just like being at LAX, SeaTac, RDU in Raleigh, GSO, Greensboro. Like it's all the same shit to me. I be sitting in the window watching the planes fly because I've always been fascinated with flight. But because I've always been fascinated with flight, I've always also been keenly aware of the fact that you need two wings to do it. Dog, listen to me.
Go ahead, preach.
A motherfucker can't call me left wing nothing. Don't call me that. The fuck is wrong with you? Don't call me right wing nothing either. I don't want to even be in the same bird. Nigga, no. I'll bypass the flying cuz I'm cool. Leave me alone. I ain't neither one of them, but it need both of them for this fucking bird to fly. Why is the fucking the bald eagle? It's got wings, a left one and a right one, and that's the logo. That's the logo. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like, come on, man, get the fuck out of here. They kill me with this bullshit, and more importantly than anything else, we just let that shit. Motherfuckers are okay with just letting it be.
I did some quick research. Trump has officially been in office for 100 days. Mm-hmm. And in that 100 days, he has broken the record for most executive orders signed in the first 100 days at 104. The only other person to even come close to it was Roosevelt, who signed 99, and the third was 40. Because that's what I started thinking, because them executive order orders are thick. And I'm like, that's a big stack. How many of them have you done? Yeah, 104 executive orders in the first 100 days.
And I hate to say it, but he's doing what he said he would do. Mm-hmm. This is the first politician that I've actually seen come through and actually fulfill all of his campaign promises, but unfortunately, those campaign promises were unhinged and
But
actually
see,
don't
nobody
help the
could
country.
see it coming.
Right? No one can see it coming. Like his last, 4 months of touring that he was doing, his little things, he was going crazy talking about everything he's doing right now. He laid it all out. I'm going to do the biggest mass deportation. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And we're all like, Trump's crazy. That's crazy. And now look at this shit. They're deporting people that are actually citizens. They don't give a fuck. They're just grabbing anybody. Hey, you got to go. I got a spot on the plane. Get on there. I got a spot in El Salvador room for you here. It's
I'm
really
not
cheap.
from
Don't worry about
there.
Motherfucker, I'm from Cleveland. What are you talking about? Yo,
Hey, your
Just get
name
on
is,
the plane, damn it.
Just get on the plane, goddammit. Like,
I swear to you.
and then there's and they're slowly letting them dudes back that they deported without telling nobody. Like they just showing the back up at their front doorstep, like after they pull the bag off their head. In front of the house, like, welcome back, bitch.
I mean, they have to have somebody to deport next week.
See,
they'll be like,
this
yo,
is why
we're
not
running
now
kind
one
of
of y'all
thing here,
better ask me
guys.
about no cruise. Don't never ask me about going on no cruise. Ever. Specifically for that shit right there.
This now.
And if you think you're gonna get me on a boat while that motherfucker the president, you extra crazy. Hell no. I would be a motherfucker. I'll wake up tomorrow as citizen of fucking Shanghai some shit.
Citizen is a very strong word.
That part right there. Prisoner in Shanghai, more like it, motherfucker. Shit. Yo, that's wild, son. That is
what's a citizen?
That part right there.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I made a fucked up correlation earlier, and I felt really bad after I said it, but I was like, damn it. I was like, man, law-abiding citizen. Bitch ass nigga. Okay. Yeah, it all kind of goes together. Then I was, oh man. I take it back. I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to, but I'm saying though. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm asked. I got a question. What's the wildest shit that happened to you while you was traveling? Like real quick, like just something quick you can think of that happened while you was traveling. That was some crazy shit.
Are we talking about like the actual trip itself, or just like an event in the trip?
I'd say the
travel itself,
yeah.
like
the trip itself. Yeah, the trip itself.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. No, nothing too crazy.
I mean, besides watching you face 100 milligram brownie all at one time, no.
I want one
sounds
right
like a Thursday.
now. You feel me? Like, come on with it.
Not
matter of fact,
for most places.
I need to holler at D. I need to holler at D.
Yeah.
I need to holler at D. I asked the question for a reason, and I know, like right now, everybody's kind of like, damn, I don't know, like, but just imagine, right? You want a plane, and you take off, and everything is all good. You 2 hours into the flight, and all of a sudden, the plane turns the fuck around. And, yeah, I know. I see it on your face. It's okay. So, an Air France flight was forced to make a U-turn back to the airport where it originally took off from midway through the flight after a passenger lost their phone. You heard what I said. You heard what I said. You did
now,
not
was the
hear
phone
that.
unlocked? Was the phone unlocked, and did his spouse have the phone?
The thing is, the phone was on the plane.
What? No, seriously.
It was on the plane.
It was just stuck in between the seats or something.
Homie lost his phone, and they were like, "Skirt."
Who is this person? I am curious who can get a whole ass plane to turn around because they potentially left their phone in the bathroom.
And this is the other thing about it. The article just keeps repeating the same information over and over again. Like it never really tells you. It never really tells you the actual detail of what happened. Like it basically just says, "Hey, the plane turned around. It took off from here. It was heading here. Got about 2 hours out, and it turned around." The next paragraph it'll be like, yeah, it got about 2 hours out. It turned around because it was on its way here, but it was coming, it came from here, so it went back. And then the next paragraph is like, yeah, but somebody lost their phone, so the plane turned around about 2 hours in, and
It's like that.
that's it. That's it. It's like a politician talking in the fucking article. Honestly, that's what it is. So
they probably got a lot of politicians that forgot their shit.
Like, who the fuck are I thought to say, like, who's the city councilman ass motherfucker that lost his phone? And now they turn the whole fucking plane around for this motherfucker. Like,
yeah, he's sitting there waving stacks in front of that little camera in front of the cockpit, like, yo, turn around.
I left my browser open.
Yeah.
My wife's gonna see that shit. We gotta turn around right now.
Yeah.
I'm into some wild stuff.
Captain just cracks the door. He's like, what's the problem? And all he says is, have you ever watched Eager Beaver 23? And the captain was like, we're turning around right now.
Booty talk number 9.
Yeah.
You mean the one with the girl in the blue bikini? Oh my. Harold,
Mother of God.
Turn it around.
Johnson,
Harold,
turn us around now. Emergency.
Yeah. That's like this meme I saw that was like, it wasn't a meme, it was a little video that I saw real. This cat was speeding down the street and the cop pulls him over, and this is obviously staged, right? But he pulls him over and he's like, you know how fast you're going? And he was like, yes, I do. Can you please just give me the ticket so I can get out of here? And he was just like, hey, calm down, man. What's things to be the emergency? He's like, I left my phone at home and it's unlocked and my girl's got it. And he's like, are there anything on the phone that, like, the cop just turns immediately? Is there anything on the phone that can get you in trouble? Absolutely, yes. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow you. I'm going to go ahead and you flip the lights on. You get in there, get that phone. As soon as you get that phone, you come out here and get your ticket. Like, that's the kind of situation that is. Whatever was on that phone, you got to go back and get that.
And the wild thing is, it don't sound like nobody was like, hey, what the fuck?
Upset?
Yeah, opposed to it. No, that makes total sense.
We'll never know.
Hurry up and turn that plane around, Captain.
We took a vote. We all know. Yeah, get that phone.
Majority of the passengers are men, huh?
So,
man,
I was
passport bros. That's what it was.
So while I was reading that story, a follow-up story came up. Not on the same thing, but like-minded stories.
Mm-hmm.
Just 2 days ago, flight takes off from here to China. Like 4 hours into the flight, plane turns around, goes right back home because the pilot forgot his passport.
It's a big ass deal to be flipping a plane around. We're not flipping the Kia Soul.
We're not 4 hours into the flight, and they were like, nope, you're going to have to spin around, Johnson. There's no other way to take care of this.
I need you to take the reins on this one, Johnson.
I'm going to need Johnson to go home and get somebody else to work.
Yeah.
He's always checking his stuff. He's like, where's my pass? Oh, no. Hold on. Let me check my bag. Where's my passport?
Yeah. I was like,
just stay on the plane, bro.
Now, we all know that the FAA hasn't been getting the right funding.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that Johnson works for the Sea League.
Oh, shit.
And was like, yo, just give him the flight. Just give him the flight.
It's like Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic got hurt, and they're like, man, just start Bronny. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, Bronny, just do it.
Oh, great, guys. I finally get my own flight. This is going to be awesome.
Oh,
my God. Where's my
That
passport?
motherfucker probably been doing flight simulators for the last 6 months. He ain't never been up in an airplane before.
And
like
see,
aliens.
they don't make you
How
bring
many
your
combat drops is
passport
this?
to the simulator.
Exactly.
Oh, this was
I remember this.
But the next update that they have, in order to log into that bitch, do you got your passport?
With your passport.
That part right there.
Shit.
That part right
Please
there.
enter in the numbers right there at the bottom.
So my question
What's
is,
my date of birth?
in regards to all of that, when you know that it's this type of tomfoolery going around with people who have these huge metal birds up in the air, do you feel safe?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Like my man gutted the FAA. Like Monster said, like the FAA ain't getting no funding. He gutted it, and they got into 3 accidents in the matter of like a day after. Like a day after. Like, yeah, do I feel safe? I live next to the airport. I live next to 2 airports. No, I don't feel safe. They fly over my house. Like no. Like, no.
See a passport falling out the sky.
It's funny that you said. It's
funny. See, and that's
the
thing. He just lost it between the seats.
Exactly. That's so crazy as hell. I'm glad you said that though about Homeboy and him gutting the FAA, because it kind of leads to the next point. And the reason why I asked, do you feel safe, is well, suffice it to say, Dom might not be the only dumb in the box of crayons. Apparently, top national security officials, including the defense secretary, texted plans for upcoming military strikes in Yemen to a group chat in a secure messaging app that included the editor-in-chief for The Atlantic. The magazine reported in a story posted online Monday.
It's like you leave your second cousin in the group chat. You started a whole new group chat. You put the relative you don't like in the group chat on accident because you're just trying to copy every single person over there. Yeah, glad this stupid motherfucker's out. Huh? I think it was intentional. I'm not gonna lie. I read that shit and I was like, this was straight up intentional. This was straight up intentional.
See, now, I thought the same thing, because not only has the story changed like 9 times as to how it happened, but home dude that started the chat in Signal says that he never even had this homie's phone number. How does that work?
Someone added him to the chat. Trying to leak. Because, before the previous administration, like in 2016 and all that, there was checks and balances, right? There's people that kind of check Trump. Ain't none of that now. So somebody was like, I can't let this crap go down, and just kind of slid him into the chat. Now, maybe it also could be that they let the phones like back. They had to turn their planes around to go get them because they just left it open, and this dude just put himself on the chat. He's like, oh, there's just a phone sitting here. Oh, that's the senator's phone. Let me put my name in their chat real quick, and I'll just listen in on what they're doing. The fact that they're
Johnson, turn the plane around. Signal's open.
Wrong Johnson.
Right? But the fact that they're on Signal, and this is like actually what some of the little congressmen and stuff like that were saying, that's non-trackable. So they're doing all this they're about to bomb another country. They're about to go and attack another country. And we can't track that for history's sake. We can't even track it to even legally put them under, charges for anything, because Signal is a non-trackable device or platform. So obviously they shouldn't be doing it on Twitter or X or whatever the hell you want to call it. But that is not the place for what they're doing. And the fact that somebody whistle-blowed on it, thank God, because now hopefully everybody pays attention to what the hell they're doing, because they're planning all kinds of stuff on Signal. They've been doing that since the Tea Party days. And so now they're going to be, hopefully somebody's paying attention. That's all I'm saying.
So the reason they did it on Signal is because half of that chat, because there's screenshots of the entire chat out there now. Half of the chat is basically them saying, yo, all the European countries are so pussy that they're not going to do this. They're going to turn to us to do it. So it better be profitable for us, because these guys are all sissy and we're going to make that bread. So let's go bomb some people.
War is a racket, man. That's like we export 2 things. We export war, we export entertainment. And sometimes they're one and the same.
That's paper, baby.
So now I will say, as far as Signal not being trackable, I've seen the data around the app, don't get me wrong. But the thing is, the U.S. government has stated that because of phone scams, everybody should be on secured communication networks like Signal. And the government doesn't put their word and push people towards anything that they don't have control over.
I dig it. But government officials are supposed to go through a certain channel,
Mm-hmm.
and they can't be used as Signal. We allowed them to use X and all that kind of stuff in social media because we were stupid, honestly. Because everything that goes through those channels, they're private platforms. So if Elon decided he didn't want to share any of Trump's tweets with anybody, as far as like make it public record and that kind of stuff, or delete some, or just do whatever, he had the total right to do that. The channels they're supposed to go through are open for public record, so that way we as the people can sit there and actually scrutinize what the fuck these guys are doing. But unfortunately, we're allowing them to go on private platforms and do whatever they want. Well, now we have no record of what they're doing, so they could be doing all kinds of stuff. I really look at like Kentucky, Tennessee, Texas, and Florida, where they passed legislation that no one knew nothing about. Like nobody knew nothing about because they didn't put it on any public forums, and they did all the back hills on something like Sig. So it's like, you know, at some point, somebody's gonna be like, "Hey, you're gonna have to make a government channel only." Like, none of this social shit.
Let's go on Discord.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's better.
You know.
Yeah. It's in the name.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, that makes
Like
sense.
fun.
Yeah.
It sounds like fun. Shit, man. I personally don't think ladies and gentlemen, I would sincerely hope that when you're doing the dance, when the music come on every 4 years or every 2 years or however often you decide to come to the club, when the music come on and you start dancing, I hope you're taking like all of that into consideration, like all of that into consideration. I've said it before and I'll say it again, and I will never not say it. I think that you could exert that energy you use it in the club somewhere else. But okay. I mean, you like to dance. I get it. Cool. Whatever feeds your soul, cuz. Do what you do. But just be aware that the music that you're dancing to, you didn't produce it. You didn't produce that. You didn't have no say in how this song was put together. The tempo, the sample, the kick drum, the snare, nothing. You got nothing to do with none of it. You was just brought here to dance to it.
Idiot.
Ding, 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 ding. Be mindful of what. Hey, that's all I'm saying. Be mindful of the tune, yo. Be mindful of the tune. That's why we all engage in creating. We dance to our own music. that saying really means something. You understand what I'm saying? That really means something. Man, Mo, what's up, bro? You ready to get into it, man? Pause. That shit sounded crazy.
What's up, Mojo? Ready to get into it, baby?
Yeah, let's go.
This is nuts, son.
Johnson, you're up.
Yeah, creep.
Go, Joe, go. That shit's crazy. Nah, man.
He's just.
Yeah. Welcome to High Notes, where we cover everything from buds to beats. My name is Mojo Barnes, and this is High Notes. Hey, everybody. Hi. Monster was saying something, then he got cut off, and I started dying. So I was curious to know.
I was just saying that he was stalling to be able to find the intro music because when
Oh,
he
you
was
know what
talking,
happened?
you were like,
Yeah, sure.
You know what happened? You know when you click the joint right on the top, it's not two different pads. So like I hit the joint and all the little options from the right click came up. I was like, oh shit.
Not a producer. Gotta hit the
Talk,
pads
Mojo.
right.
Just talk, damn it.
Not at all.
All right.
Not at
So
all.
today, I had kind of noticed that all we do is really talk about music when we're talking about buds and beats on high notes. We don't really cover a whole lot of things that are strictly weed related unless we're talking about what we're smoking. So I figured today we could kind of change up a couple different things. I'm glad Percy is here because he also smokes marijuana. And then Monster doesn't have to feel like the third wheel in this whole thing because all he does is smoke the diet cigarette right now. So I had a couple of questions. I had some questions I'd wanted to ask, and these are pretty much just related to different things. I mean, they're extremely basic. One thing that I had thought about, which was really funny, because I'm hoping everybody has a story like this, and we all on this podcast at least know what a roach is, right? I'm hoping people at home watching this know what a roach is. Seven knows what a roach is. P knows what a roach is. Monster, you know what a roach is, right? Besides, it's not an insect. I mean, it is, but it's not for this context.
Thank you, Mojo. Yes, I'm very aware of what a roach is.
You're welcome. All right. Just wanted to make sure, because I know you don't partake in the devil's lettuce. So I just wanted to make sure I wasn't speaking some kind of foreign terminology you weren't aware of. I know you've been around the block, so you're cool. We'll let you hang out at the cookout. I had wanted to know if there was a point in life where you had ever like ingested the roach. Was that ever something like swallow the roach, bro?
That was Sunday. Yeah.
Sounds like it's a regular thing for most people like Seven. Well, curious to know if anybody else here has swallowed the roach.
Yeah, I've done that. Tried to.
That sounds so crazy, right?
There's a little slip there, and you know how you get the little nug at the very end. You think you're trying to burn that, and then it just shot right in my throat, and it was like straight fire.
Yeah,
just straight fire. Yeah, ash.
Have you ever intentionally ate the roach?
I am not a psychopath. I have not intentionally tried to eat.
Boring. Okay, Seven.
You're a psychopath.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Yeah, no, Seven, go ahead. I'll tell my story later.
Oh no, please, by all means, please.
It's not a very like exciting one. I probably like intentionally looked at the roach and was like, oh, yum 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 yum, and ate it like maybe about 3 times.
3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like I can't walk back with this. I'm trying to air out because I'm on my lunch break right now, so I don't want to carry this on me. Like I don't want it to start fumigating my pockets. Yeah. And I don't want to toss it. You know what I mean? Like this is good weed. Tasty. Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, yum. Nah, so like I'll tell you some. It's been a few instances. As a matter of fact, Monster was present for one of them. I was actually about to go somewhere, like go out of town. You know what I'm saying? And I'm standing in line about to go through TSA and realize I got a roach in my pocket. So it was a pre-roll, so I broke the tip off, threw it in the trash, and ate the weed. But mind you, now see, when we talking about a roach, you talking about a roach.
Right.
This shit was like half a pre-roll.
So what happened? Like, did you start feeling the effects of it like as if it were...
Oh yeah, I was high as fuck on that plane. I was in that motherfucker. Yo, dog. I literally only hit it twice before we came inside.
That's cool.
So I'm not high of smoking. I'm not high at all. When I ate that motherfucker, by the time I got in my seat, my eyes looked like the Mojo logo. I was like, oh shit, I am high as a motherfucker right now.
That's cool.
Why they don't piss that?
I've been doing that shit since the 90s.
Eating roaches?
Yeah.
You're old.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, it used to be a matter of kind of the same thing. Like, we be smoking, and I'm like, damn, I don't want to, like, just throw this motherfucker away. Like, what the fuck?
No, I don't blame you.
I ain't know where to keep it, so I'm just like, fuck it.
All right.
Exactly. No, same concept.
So
none
of y'all kept a little dime bag that when you got done with the roaches, you just squeezed out the rest of the stuff into the dime bag and then made up like a bowl or something or another roll later on?
Oh,
I just
didn't
think you
have
get
the
to something
luxury
where you don't have.
Yeah,
Oh, I
didn't have
mean, for the playing stuff, that's a whole nother thing. You know, obviously you
Right.
gotta get rid of that. But yo, Mojo, 3 times. What's up, dude? What's up? Why?
It's just
Why?
well, now it's turned into like a ritual because I'm like, I have figured out a trick that works that I don't have to be concerned about going into the building smelling like weed. So I got a joint and it's literally something like this. And I smoke it till about the size of a roach. You know what I mean? Like, it's burning the tip of my fingers. And so I'm like, well, fuck it. We flick off the cherry, go, 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 go. And we're in there. It's a little rough going down, but hey, you know, you do what you got to do so that way you don't have any evidence.
Right. So the smell of the smoke, you got like a whole routine to get rid of the smoke that you just wafted all over yourself and all that, and that seems to work for you.
It's called aerodynamics. It's called oxygen. It's called taking a walk around the building 3 times, and you're golden. Nobody asked me no fucking questions. I look like this all the time. My face.
So you could have.
You know what I mean?
So you could have walked around the building and finished the roach though, and just put it out and then done another lap. I mean, if you got time to do a lap, I'm saying.
So here's the problem. We're obviously trying to avoid odor. We're trying to avoid any sign that would alarm any door.
Square.
Yeah. Hey, you smell funny. No, we're not doing that because I'm gonna eat this paper and this weed.
Oh yeah, looking for the weed.
Looking for the.
How about I finish smoking
for the chronic?
little, you know, and then just and then walk in, and then mind your business, Karen. You know, after that, if she said, "Hey, something smells funny," I mean, why not do that?
Mind your business, Karen.
Mind your business, bitch.
Like, look, okay, no, I don't. So for one, I feel like when you spray cologne, because I've done that dance before, you spray the cologne, oh, you smell great. Don't you think that kind of brings attention to yourself because now you're loud in a different way? So then you have people who are intrigued about where this aroma is exuding from. And then somebody who is a little bit too nosy is like, that's a mixture. That's a concoction of weed and Dracar Noir. And so you don't really want.
And that's why you tell Karen to mind her business. You just tell her, like, look, bitch, this is a personal thing for me.
I avoid all that altogether.
Dracar Noir?
It's a
you
joke.
said Dracar Noir, and he called me old.
This is cool. Cool waters. I don't know. Something along those lines. Axe Essence for those that are in their 50s having a midlife crisis.
I gotta give it to Axe though. You can spray Axe and it'll cover up anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna give you that mixture smell you're worried about. I'm just.
Oh yeah.
Karen needs to mind her own business.
It's gonna cover up whatever it is you're trying to cover up. It don't smell great, but it's gonna cover up other smell.
Yes. No. P's got a point because it's like, yeah, mind your fucking business, lady. Like, go fucking sit down and focus on your numbers. Yes. No, but you have those people who like to take it upon themselves and think they're doing a service for the company. No, You know what? I don't think John Coles or Fred Meyer would appreciate you coming into work high. And so then they tell the manager. Things like that have occurred in my life where somebody was like, "Oh, you stink." Yeah. And I find myself driving home unemployed. Like, I don't want things like that to happen. So I walk around. There's actually a trail that I walk around, and I take pride in walking as fast as possible due to paranoia. And I know I don't smell like nothing when I get back into the office.
I've found my place in this segment now.
Fantastic. I had actually found a question for you specifically, or hoping at least that you could,
Yeah, no need. I got this. The people that sit in your general area definitely smell it. It is not gone. And Sev, I find it hilarious that you think that you got high when you got onto the plane. It was well before that.
See, sober people are great. Sober people are great.
I'm going to just be the voice of chaos in this.
Yeah.
Because
the weed smell does not
both
go away.
y'all are sorely mistaken. But I
love
applaud
it.
you.
No, you know what's even funnier for me though,
Oh,
because there's a coworker of mine who will randomly complain to me through text message, and I'm like, I really wish we didn't have our numbers shared with each other. But she then goes, "Yeah, somebody was complaining that I smelled like weed." I was like, "Sister, let me tell you."
There is a trail.
Have you ever walked the trail around the building before?
At this speed, you are going to be gold.
Okay.
Have you ever felt paranoia before?
Bruh.
Have you
One
ever
time
ate
there
a
was
rich
a
before?
I was a manager at Wendy's for 10 years, right? So at this one point, there was a manager from another store that came to our store to train. And I came into work extremely high. I mean, when I say I'm extremely high, I mean like I had been smoking since I woke up that morning, and I didn't go to work till 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I am out of my mind. Gone. I walked in. Everybody know what it is. This is a regular thing. It ain't uncommon. I function just fine like this. You know what I'm saying?
That's the other part about it. That's why we go to work hard, because we can actually do it.
I walk in, boom. Salute to my niggas. Slid in the back. Went to the safe. Boom, boom. Counted the motherfucking registers. Boop, slid that shit back in there. All right, everything is everything. All right, we get ready to pop them shits out. Boom. I slid to the other register, pulled that shit out, got the next person in position, and the motherfucker steady watching me the whole time, staring. And I'm like, I have the distinct impression that this gentleman knows that I'm high, and he don't like it. Needless to say,
so well.
we get in the office, and I'm counting the money, doing my thing, put the deposit in. I say, all right, so look, that's how we're going to run this shit, right? Boom, 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 boom. I'm running it down to him. He said, I got to ask you a question. I was like, oh, shit. Here we go. Me and Harold about to have it out. And I don't remember if his name was actually Harold, but it just sounded good. So, me and Harold having it out. Are you high? Well, I guess that would depend on exactly what you consider high.
High on life? Absolutely.
So, if you tell me what you think high is, I'll tell you if I'm that.
I like that.
Said,
I like that. Gives him a minute to really.
Oh, bro.
He says, I'm going to piss test you and I'll just find out.
Nah, this motherfucker say,
Fuck
he
that.
can't piss test me. Shit, I'm training his dumb ass. I'm training him to be a shift manager. I'm the assistant manager. I'm like, yo, and you ain't even training to be at this store. Fuck you, little boy. Anyway, we got so he says, if I didn't know any better, I think you smell like weed. I said, well, I'm really glad that you know better, because I do smell like weed. And I'm extremely high right now, and you're really fucking this up for me. So I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna tell you how you're supposed to do your job. You're gonna do the job, stay the fuck out my way, and I'm gonna enjoy my high till it run out. Okay? That's what we're gonna do. And by the way, yes, I'm here. I'm high, I'm running circles around you, and I make twice as much money as you do. Get the fuck out my face.
It gets worse as it keeps going.
And after 3 months of doing the job, you're gonna be high.
Yeah, no, that's facts. You're either gonna be drunk as fuck or you're gonna be high as fuck. Because what
Here's
the fuck?
The kicker. This motherfucker got a DUI 6 months later.
It gets worse as he keeps going.
Vehicular assault. Somebody almost died in this fucking car crash, and it wasn't him. He was drunk as fuck. Not to mention, come to find out his broad was on meth or some shit. And I'm like, oh, you thought I was high. I get it.
Oh, yeah, you misinterpret, sir.
Okay.
He wanted to know if you could share some. He was like, yo, I don't know if you are or not, but are you high?
If
Can
I
get some?
Because
I forgot mine. Anybody?
Perchance you might have a dime.
Who could
You'd
that
have been better
be?
off asking that shit. I'm sorry, Mojo. I know you said you had questions, my brother. Please proceed.
No, that's the whole point of the segment. That's the whole point of the segment. So
this is my thing, though. Yeah, Like people got to understand, like they can't judge people based on what they would do. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't judge me based on your ability to be high in a work environment. I've been doing this since, I was like 17. Like, look, I could be high. I've been high in combat. It's crazy. It's fun. And I'm stress-free walking through, doing my job. I'm obviously here, so I know what I'm doing.
You know what?
I wouldn't tell a plumber not to go with his crack out. You know what I mean? That's his thing. Let him do it.
If you're locked in and you're not fucking it up, what's the problem? What's the problem? You got a problem with me telling you that you're at fault for your fucking accident, and I'm telling you why, and you're like, oh yeah, and then you find out that I'm high. You think that's the problem? Hell no. You need to worry about me actually coming to this fucking job.
He said,
I'm just kidding. Don't fire me.
You found out I'm high.
I need this.
Is that the problem?
I need this.
That's the thing I don't understand. Why are you tripping? Why are you tripping in a state that it's legal? In most states, why are you tripping? Like you don't get tripping about somebody coming in kind of tipsy. I've seen too many of my managers come in drunk as hell, like you know what I mean, for the night before, and we don't. You just let them go sleep in the back. We don't say nothing.
It's a seniority thing.
Why are you tripping?
It's a seniority thing. No, I agree with you though, because there were like the job, because that was a real thing. I did actually get fired from a job for coming into work high. It's like literally somebody that was some sort of like suit at the job that actually had an office there must have either seen us or like could smell it for real and was like, oh yeah, they're high. And so both of us got called into the office. We got let go right there on the spot. But I'm like, legit, if I'm doing the job, they don't like, it's one of those things like what they don't know won't hurt them type of a thing. I was working for a company that basically sold weight loss surgery for overweight people. And it's got to be one of the weirdest jobs ever because there's a criteria and you can actually deny somebody from getting weight loss surgery. You're too fat. That's the craziest shit to me. That was the craziest shit to me. And I felt so bad every single time. You're too fat.
Wait. You're too fat and you can't get the surgery,
right?
But you sell weight loss surgery,
bro. I wish you could hear the disappointment in people's voices who are like, "I need this for my health," and you're like, "Nah, man. Like you don't fit the body mass index like chart that they have here."
Isn't that the point?
That is exactly. Like the whole point that they're calling this is because their doctor recommended them to the fucking company. And you're sitting and we got to be like, yo, if they're even like 5 pounds over the body mass index, it's not going to work. And I'm like, why?
What do you mean it's not going to work? It's lipo. I mean, you're pulling.
I'm like,
you only got a big enough bag. You can only pull out 10 pounds. You're 25. Sorry. What? I don't understand.
This was a long time ago, and I really don't remember why, but they definitely had a reason for it. But I think it had to do with some sort of like safety risks to the equipment. But you all know it's just like it's some bullshit like you're not cool enough for this club type of thing. That's what it honestly felt like. But I got fired.
This is why medical people get shot, yo. This is why people got shot.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is why those medical people get shot. But that's the job you got fired from?
Yeah. But my whole point is just like, if you're doing customer service, if you're working fast food and all you're doing is sliding burgers to people and taking payments and counting money, if you're locked into it and people are like, wow, I didn't know that I needed extra fries, but thank you so much. Or, you know, I didn't know that I had the ability to not pay my deductible. You know what I mean? Like
oh, shit.
So
who cares?
That's why they're firing you, because you keep giving away the house.
There have been times, and this is where the chaos comes in. Because there have been plenty of times. Like, I'm not saying
don't tell them you can do this, you can do that.
I have very little doubt.
People need help.
That with how much, like you just had a lot of munchies, and they were like, "Yo, you can't have big people calling you saying they need to lose weight." And you are chowing on a bag of potato chips while you're taking that call. That is wrong. And it happened too many times.
Yeah, nah. I mean, look, it was cool when you signed up for it.
Yeah.
But it's just the chart. You said you was 235.
Did you put the chips down when you weighed yourself?
Right, bro. Like those type of
chop,
things.
Chop.
Yeah.
There are depressed people like that who are like, I should have had that last cheeseburger.
There are plenty of times though where I have seen somebody show up high, whether they were working for me or not. Like there have been multiple instances where people have shown up and they were like, yo, I'm killing it right now. And by all intents and purposes, you are not. And I'm not attributing that to you. I'm just saying I've bared witness to them being like, why? I'm doing great. And it's like, but are you?
Have you actually noticed?
Staring at the same thing for the last 45 minutes.
All of this done by this time. And you're right here on page 2.
Bro, it was a motherfucker named
Package.
Ooh, I almost said his name. It was a dude that used to work for me at Wendy's, right? And so we used to go out back when the dining room closed. Between the time the dining room closed at 10, and usually between then and 10:45, nobody usually come. Maybe it'd be a car or two, but it'd be small time shit. So maybe 1 or 2 people run in, take care of it. We'd be in the back of the parking lot smoking weed. So we go back in, and this one night I got this strange feeling that my back cashier is a little higher than the rest of us. I'm like, wait a minute, I think he might be on something else.
Oh man.
Oh, we doing smoking weed. I mean, we got a little case of Coronas back here, but other than that, we just smoking weed. This motherfucker acting different. So I'm sitting here and I'm watching him. And he's supposed to be bagging. Dog, the car comes through the drive-thru and they ordered a sandwich. It was like a junior bacon cheeseburger, a small fry, and a water. That's all they wanted. So when I hear the order, I'm like, oh, he don't need no help with that. I walk away. I go start doing something else to get ready for closing time. All of a sudden, I start hearing the drive-thru beeping. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Mind you, this is the only car in the drive-thru. Only one. I go back around the corner to inspect to find out what in the mother is happening in this place. And what do I see? Him standing there, staring at the screen. The thing is beeping, the sandwich sitting there, the fries in the little thing in the container. It's like somebody that already scooped it up and put it there for him. All he got to do was put it in the bag with a straw and one napkin, pass it out the window. They even made the water for him. I very politely walked up to him and tapped him on the shoulder. Hey, bro, go home. As I'm telling him to go home, I'm putting the shit in the bag, and he's like, dog, shh, just go home. If you say another word, you might get yourself fired tonight. Go home. He politely walked away.
Gotta read the room. Gotta read the room. I was
like, yo.
He can't read the room. He's high shit.
In his mind, he was like, why? I'm doing a great job.
Exactly.
I'm killing it right now.
He thought he was smoking it right then. I was like, no, you were smoking something.
It. Yeah. Smoking the wrong stuff.
See, okay, now we're giving a lot of crap to like other substances, but marijuana can be messing you up sometimes, especially if you don't know that that's what you were ingesting. I had a friend of mine drop off some brownies. We all know D, right? Didn't tell me that these particular ones were medicated, right? I'm there working. Suddenly I'm zoning out. I'm still looking at the same thing for the last 25 minutes. I don't know why, but that brownie was good though. Brownie was real good. So you got to know that you're going to be going into work lit. Like you can't just like, you know what I mean?
But that helps
you got to also know what kind of, you got to know what strains to be messing with, because I'm
you buy a cookie at the show
and can't do it.
If you buy a cookie at a show and they try to tell you don't eat the whole thing, don't listen to them.
Seven go eat it.
Survive that shit.
Please.
You will survive. I am
Please.
proof. You will survive
Please.
that shit.
No, he's right. He's
Please.
absolutely right because I don't really fuck with edibles because there's not a whole lot of control. I would do it if I felt like it because I understand, like the dosage. But if it were me, like the first year or so into me working at this dispensary, then I'm fucking freaking out every single time I have an edible because I'm consuming too much. So yeah, when Seven says you'll be all right, he's right because he will literally ingest as much marijuana as possible as if it were some sort of experiment. And he is sitting in front of us today having a very coherent and cohesive conversation about weed and working at a job being high.
It is a bit of an experiment to a point.
He hasn't opened his eyes in 30 minutes.
Right.
Nah. But I see you all
manage himself. He can manage himself.
Exactly.
So for those that have a moment where they're like, I can't do 100 milligrams. I can't do 250 milligrams all at one time. I'm just travel. Just experience it. It's a road trip. It's a journey, and it's literal because your mind will go to places that you do not like, but you'll be all right. You'll be safe.
All you gotta do is
if only you guys.
So I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna give you all
how
an
serious I am.
Go get you about 300 milligrams worth of edibles, right? I want you to eat it all, and then I want you to put your headphones on, turn off all the lights, and listen to Book of the Monster Volume 1. That's your assignment.
I have
somebody hit me in the comments when you do it.
I have a conflicting feeling about that. Somebody should do it, but I feel conflicted because if you're gonna, all right, no, that's cool. We can talk about it next week. Yeah, fucking do it.
That's a bet. I'm ready because no one ever OD'd on marijuana, right? So the worst you're gonna do is pass out, maybe have some bad dreams. I don't dream, so so I live my dreams. I don't
live my dreams.
So no, I'll do it. I'll do it because that's gonna be a trip.
It's so inspiring. I live my dreams.
I live my dreams, man. Don't you get it?
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
This nigga Ferris Bueller.
Shia LaBeouf. No, that's Shia LaBeouf, man. That's shout out to Shia. Don't let your dreams be. That inspired me, man.
No, he was a piece of shit.
That had me going.
Yeah, that's true.
He was a piece of shit.
So we're kind of journeying.
He punches Nazis, man. He punches Nazis. Okay.
I'm saying,
we can fuck with that.
I was about to say, you got any more weed related questions?
Yeah, sorry, we went off on a tangent. My next question was in regards to favorite sativa. So I like to smoke a sativa when I'm at work. So I wondered if there was like a favorite sativa or a worse sativa strain that you guys didn't enjoy. I personally am not a big fan of green crack. Green crack is not good for me. The last vivid memory I have of smoking green crack, I was in a Taco Bell drive-through, and so smoked some of that. Was like, this is cool, smoking weed, and I'm sitting in the middle of the parking lot because the line's backed up. Have all 4 of my windows rolled down because I felt like if I died, somebody would see me. So. Needless to say, I have avoided green crack since, and it's been about a decade. I think I'm doing pretty good. And I think that my favorite so far.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro. That's your
I really.
I don't want no missing person cases.
Right.
You feel me?
Not over weed.
Oh shit!
My favorite, I think, has been.
Slumped.
There's a company called Arm Farms that makes a strain called Lemon G, and it's real citrusy. And I really, really enjoy that one. So that's my favorite sativa. But yeah, green crack, don't ever bring it around me. Matter of fact, I might try it now because it's been so long, but Wasn't my thing.
I feel you. I don't know. P, what's your sativa of choice?
Honestly, sativas I don't do because they give me headaches. Bipolar, so I got to go the opposite route. So what really kind of gets me locked in is like a for an indica, for like a wedding cake or something like that. Maybe like a Gorilla Glue. Like, oh man, you want to lock in? Gorilla Glue is the bomb right there. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that gets me super focused. If I'm gonna be doing some editing, working on some stuff, like it's gonna just monotonous, like meticulous detail work, hit me some Gorilla Glue, and I'm locked. So
hell yeah. I can see that.
The ones I don't like. So you've never had green crack. Obviously, I don't do sativas. But has anybody ever had like what is it? 9-pound hammer?
Yes.
Indica?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a company out of Oregon. This is before like the whole interstate, lock off between selling weed between interstate or whatever. There was a company out of Oregon called Oregon Silver Hazes or whatever. And they had a 9-pound hammer that made me feel like my heart was going to damn stop. Like, because I got so relaxed that I forget to breathe. You know what I mean? So I just be like, just slumped, you know. And my wife hated it because every time I would smoke that stuff, I was just comatose, and she'd be trying to talk to me, but I'd just be looking at her stupid the whole time because I couldn't think. I couldn't do anything. Yeah, right. Now, like I'm kind of with you on that, Mojo. I wish I could try it again. You know what I mean? And see, because now I got the proper space to be able to do all that. When we're driving, Uber, that's not a good time to be slumped out.
No.
But good excuse. You have all your windows rolled down.
Somebody can find you. Yeah. No missing person reports here, buddy. I think Maz is probably far as sativa go, probably Amnesia Haze and Pineapple Express, probably. Yeah.
So Pineapple Express is a real thing. That's actually a real thing.
Yeah, it's a real thing. I had it. I think the brand that the company that was like that. Yeah, I mean the company that I smoked it from, I don't think it was that great, but
I usually get it infused. For 27, this is pretty good. They got an infused Pineapple Express, is pretty good. Yeah, that's just fire. I like it. That and Jack Herrera is pretty good. If you get it from from the right place.
See, that's what I'm starting to like about this whole, strain. It's like wine now. It's gotten to the point, it's like wine where you can pick your strains, really understand how it's grown, know the grower that grows the best one of that particular strain. These are even good years. Like I think 2016 was probably one of the best years for like just pre-rolls. Because I think, remember when I used to walk around, Mo, with the big bag of pre-rolls and stuff like that? That was
big bag.
That stuff was like straight shake, and yet it still got everybody, nice and lifted and just enough for the party and whatnot. And it was cheap, so we can sit there and hand them out like party favors. It was great. Now in California, it's like $55 for. Favors. Yeah, seriously, It was like 150 joints for $50, and these were full gram joints for $50. And so we were literally every time, like you saw it upstairs. Every time like people were sitting out there smoking, I was supplying that stuff because we just had them. We just bring this big huge bag and we just be like, "Here you go, smoke up." Yeah. We're having a cipher here. Smoke. It was nice, man. I felt like I was balling.
Oh man, you know what's crazy? I just realized like we running up on 2 hours. I had a plan for the night, but this was actually kind of fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this. Absolutely. So I don't know. We might Yeah, I don't know. Of course I made the announcement about the pod share earlier, but I think we might do that next week. Yeah.
I'm gonna be doing fresh juice next Wednesday. I think at 9:00.
You are. So in that case, I'm gonna push pod out a week because I want all of us to be here for that. But okay, Never mind. I ain't gonna say it to put you on blast on camera. I started to be like, but if you're not gonna listen to it, then fuck it. You can just go do the radio show because you're not gonna know what's going on anyway.
See, that's how you know I still love you, Mojo, because I wasn't gonna say it either. But I was like, he ain't gonna listen to that shit anyway.
Oh shit. Mojo Barnes is not like podcasts, ladies and gentlemen.
I just don't do shit.
Yeah. He said it.
But I always show up.
He does. He does show up. Well, anyway, yeah. So hey, check this out. Thank you so much for oh, everything. Oh man, you gotta oh fuck it. Oh shit. That's got to become the norm when that shit is playing. If we gonna be in the on the like, we got to do some wild shit on the side. Like, we gotta make that shit fun. I had a ball, like, absolutely. Yeah, I had a plan for the night. It didn't work. But it's okay.
Watch me eat the roach.
Uh-oh, here he goes. Go. Yum, yum, how do you say yum 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 yum
yum yum yum yum yum yum yum.
He sounds like he's from Spokane with all the num num num. Anyway. Whoa, you know what I'm talking about? Oh man, you know what I did? I forgot. Tonight I'm smoking. But it's Oreo cookies from 2727. It's pretty dope.
Black Runs.
Yeah. Oh man.
Black Runs, bro.
Black Runs. Man, y'all already know what time it is, man. Yo, I had a fucking ball. I laughed way more than I expected to looking at the fucking topics. But yeah, that was fun. I had a blast. Absolutely. So y'all know what to do, man. Thank y'all so much for locking in with us. Make sure that you subscribe, share, comment, rate us, tell a friend to tell a friend. Word of mouth is still the best word there is. Y'all already know. Pantha Politix Podcast. Salute to the whole network. My man Evan Almighty, my bro Phantom. Salute the Soul, the Interrogator. I'm about to knock the whole microphone stand down on my fucking head right now. But it's all good. Salute the Pretty Kings. Salute the Echo Limitless. On behalf of Mojo Barnes, P7 Monster Elicit, I am Seven Da Pantha. Pantha Politix Podcast. We'll catch y'all next week, family. Peace.
I'm so high.
Me too.
I'm flyer than everybody. You're on cloud 9, higher than everybody. We stepping out on the town, we sliding